Namaskar. Welcome to the part number 7 in the lesson number 8. Explanations on the step number 7 in method of analysis. In this part, I am going to explain you about PILT theory and the importance of the PILT connections between the Dasa, Bugdi, Antara planets. What is PILT theory? PILT is the abbreviation of planetary interlink theory. I will explain about what is the planetary interlink theory. A planet's favorable or unfavorable significations impact will vary depending on under which master period it is acting as the subperiod. For example, Jupiter planet is the subperiod. Say, for example, is the Bugdi Lord. Its master period, for example, Dasa Lord is the master period for Jupiter. For example, it is Mercury. Under Mercury Dasa, Jupiter is acting as the Bugdi Lord. The Bugdi Lord Jupiter's favorable or unfavorable significations, the impact of this unfavorable or favorable signification of the Jupiter will vary depending on under which dasa it is acting as the Bugdi Lord. Suppose under Mercury dasa, what Jupiter is giving, we cannot expect the similar impact under other dasa. A planet could react differently under different planets as subperiod. That's what I was telling. Under Mercury, it can be acting as the subperiod, Bugdi, Jupiter. That Jupiter can give some result. Under Saturn, it can give same result, but the level of impact will vary. Or the result itself can get modified. This phenomenon is because of the link they have between them, between the Dasa and Bugdi. Suppose if you take Antara, Bugdi and Antara, the connection, the link between the these planets ruling the Dasa, Bugdi, Antara, they only makes this difference because of the link between them. What sort of link they have, whether they are all connected through the favorable link or unfavorable planets link, depending on that, they will act differently. This is called planetary interlink theory. The planetary interlink theory, that is called PILT, is the association between the planets who are ruling the Dasa, Bugdi and Antara. A Bugdi Lord significations impact will vary depending on the interlink between the Bugdi Lord and the Dasa Lord. Similarly, the Antara Lord significations impact will vary depending on the interlink between the Antara Lord and the Bugdi Lord, and of course, along with the Dasa Lord also. This unique concept is called PILT theory. For this PILT theory, the key planets, favorable or unfavorable key planets, play important role. It means the key planet of the Dasa Lord's role in the Bugdi Lord's Jupiter's rulers. So that way, the connection between the master periods through the key planets is playing important role. A favorable or unfavorable planet without the PILT connection to the Bugdi Lord or Dasa Lord will not give the expected results as Antara Lord or Bugdi Lord respectively. That's what I was telling. Suppose Jupiter is not well connected to the Mercury, Jupiter's favorable or unfavorable effect cannot be the same. We cannot expect the expected desired results as Bugdi Lord under the Dasa Lord Mercury. Studying this PILT connection, that is step number 7, will be important in DBA predictions and timing of event. I am briefing this theory in this part, but I'll not be able to show with the examples because we have to study the Dasa Bugdi Antara planets and their connection through the key planets, or what way they are all connected through the PILT connections. That I can show with the example chart with the software that I will be doing while I'm going to discuss in the DBA DBA predictions, or in timing of event, I will be explaining. In this part, just you understand what is PILT and what is the importance and how it has to be studied. Basically, what is the, how to study in the planets, what is the importance of that we have to understand. How PILT works. When a Dasa Lord's key planets are present in the Bugdi Lord as rulers, especially as primary rulers, planet, star lord or sublord, and also in their supports, that Bugdi Lord will be under the influence of the Dasa Lord. They will jointly give either favorable or unfavorable results significantly, depending on the favorable connections or unfavorable connections. The link between the planets or PILT connections. It means, I'm repeating, the Salar's key planets, if they are present in the Bugdi Lord as rulers or as the as a rulers itself, or they are in the supports of those rulers, it means that Bugdi Lord will be under the influence of the Dasa Lord. I will explain with an example. Suppose Dasa Lord is Rahu. Rahu is favorable for an event. Suppose the favorable key planets for that event in the Rahu Dasa are Rahu itself and Venus. It means Rahu is favorable for an event with the key planets Rahu, and suppose another key planet is Venus. These two favorable key planets are under the Rahu Dasa, which are making that Dasa Lord is favorable for that event. So they are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. Now let us discuss two Bugdi Lords, Jupiter and Saturn. Suppose let us take both Jupiter and Saturn are also favorable for that event, and when Jupiter and Saturn are playing as the Bugdi Lord under Rahu Dasa, they should give favorable results because Rahu also favorable, and Jupiter and Saturn are also favorable for an event. So definitely under Rahu Dasa Jupiter Bugdi and Rahu Dasa Saturn Bugdi should give some supportive significations for the particular event. Suppose Jupiter, the favorable key planets in Jupiter, the favorable key planets Rahu and Venus are playing role as a ruler or in the supports of the Jupiter. The Jupiter is under the influence of the Rahu Dasa, so Rahu will have good association with the Jupiter. It means Jupiter Bugdi is also having the Rahu and Venus in their rulers, or in along with their supports also. If it is present, the Jupiter is under the influence of the Rahu Dasa, so Rahu will have good association with the Jupiter. Rulers means what I'm trying to say, that suppose Jupiter may be in the star of Rahu or sub of Rahu or Venus. So that ruler of that Dasa Lord, Bugdi Lord is having this Rahu or Venus. And also, if the same rulers of the Bugdi Lord Jupiter can have Rahu and Venus in their, in their supports of the star Lord planet or star Lord and sub Lord, if it is all having, it is under the influence of the key planets of the Dasa Lord. Indirectly, Dasa Lord is influencing the Bugdi Lord. So now Jupiter is under the influence of the Rahu. Suppose in case of Saturn, if it is not having the strong influence of the key planets of the Dasa Lord, that is Rahu and Venus, are not influencing the Saturn, the association of the Rahu with the Saturn becomes lesser when compared to Jupiter. So, in such condition, Rahu, Dasa, Jupiter, Buddhi will be giving good favorable results to the expected level that Jupiter is having. But Rahu Dasa, Saturn Buddhi will not be giving the results to the expected level that Saturn is having. You understand? So Saturn can give, I said Saturn is also favorable, Jupiter is also favorable. But Jupiter is well connected to the Dasa Lord Rahu, and whereas Saturn is not well connected to the Dasa Lord Rahu. In that case, Jupiter Buddhi will give favorable results to what extent Jupiter can give, that can easily give it under the Rahu Dasa. Combined, it will give the expected results. But under the Saturn Buddhi, that Saturn Buddhi, though it is also favorable, we cannot expect Saturn can give the expected result under the Rahu Dasa. It will give favorable results, but not to the same extent. I hope you have understood. This is because of the absence of or presence of less link between the Dasa and Buddhi. I hope you have understood. But please understand, the Saturn is Buddhi is good, but Saturn Buddhi can have some favorable key planets, making that Saturn Buddhi also favorable for that event. But that key planets are not playing role in the Dasa Lord. So because of that, that impact is not to that expected level we discussed. But if, for example, the same Saturn Buddhi can give expected results under other Dasa whose favorable key planets are influencing the Saturn Buddhi. Suppose Saturn Buddhi is having some favorable key planet, that favorable key planets are of the Dasa of some other Dasa, automatically that Dasa will have a good PILT connection to the Buddhi Lord Saturn. So that Saturn will give expected results under that Dasa. It is applicable for the Antra period. If it is well connected to the Buddhi Lord's key planet, that will give the favorable results under that Buddhi. If not, that cannot give the similar results. That is what it is meaning. So this is because of the PILT connection between the Buddhi and Antra. Similarly, between Antra and Buddhi and also Dasa as well. I hope you have understood the, how the PILT works and what is the advantage of that. Step number 7, studying the PILT connection between the DBA planets. How to check the PILT connections? First, find the favorable key planets and unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord for an event. Second, check if the Buddhi Lord is supportive for that event. First point, we have to check whether Buddhi Lord is also supportive for that event. And now, check if the favorable or unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord influence the Buddhi Lord directly by playing as rulers and indirectly by present in supports, especially at the primary levels. That's what we discussed. So check the key planets of the Dasa Lord, favorable key planets and unfavorable key planets, and check if they are all influencing the Buddhi Lord directly or through the indirectly by present in the supports. If the link is by playing as the rulers and also through support, the impact will be high. Not only playing the ruler and also through the supports, if it is present, then impact is going to be more. Sometime what will happen, the Buddhi Lord will have that influence of the key planets of the Dasa Lord, not as the ruler, but the key planets of the Dasa Lord will be in supports to the Buddhi Lord's rulers. It means the Bugdilad planet level, star level, sub level will be under the influence of the key planets by way of Rasi Lord, conjunction, and aspects. It means they're indirectly influencing the Bugdilad. If they are present as the ruler and also support, the impact will be high. For an event, the Bugdilad with the strong influence of the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord will give significant favorable results under the Dasa Lord. Similarly, Bugdilad with the strong influence of the unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord will give unfavorable results under that Dasa Lord. If some other, along with the key planets of the Dasa Lord, suppose that Bugdilad is also having some other strong key planets also present along with the key planets of the Dasa Lord, they will become stronger as they will form the strong house grouping chain. For example, as I said, Rahu Dasa was having Rahu and Venus, the key planets of the Dasa Lord. The Bugdilad is having Rahu and Venus influence, and also that Bugdilad can have some other strong key planets also which are not there in Rahu Dasa. If they are also in addition to that present along with that Rahu and Venus, so that planet Bugdilad will be stronger because of that planet is under the influence of the key planets of the Dasa Lord and also other good key planets. Automatically they will form strong favorable house grouping chain. This is applicable for the unfavorable side also. I hope you have understood. Now, finally, let me remind some points to remember in PILT connection between the DBA planets. A favorable Bugdilad, but without the role of influence of the strong favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, will not be strong in giving its expected results. It will give its results, but not to the expected level. This is also applicable for Antara Lord under Bugdilad. Especially when a Bugdilad is a mixed significator for an event, it means a Bugdilad can be favorable and unfavorable. It will give favorable results under a favorable Dasa with whom it is having PILT connection through the favorable key planets. But it will give unfavorable results under unfavorable Dasa with whom it is having unfavorable PILT connection through the unfavorable planets. It means a planet is Bugdilad can be both favorable or unfavorable. It will give favorable results significantly under favorable Dasa, in which it is having the PILT connection through that favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. If the Bugdilad is having both favorable and unfavorable, if the Dasa Lord is another Dasa Lord, if it is unfavorable, that Bugdilad's unfavorable will be significantly working. If that unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord is well connected to the Bugdilad's unfavorable, that Bugdilad will significantly give more unfavorable because of the PILT connections. I hope you have understood this. That is why for an event, we cannot expect a planet can offer the same result as Bugdilad under all 9 Dasa Lords. Similarly, an Antara period cannot offer the same result as Antara period under all 9 Bugdis. This is very important. You will understand just one planet is having some significations. Just looking at that significations, we cannot give the whenever the Dasa Lord, whenever that particular planet is acting as the Dasa Lord or Bugdilad or Antara Lord or Sukshma Lord, we cannot expect the same result that prediction we cannot give that planet can give. That planet's predictions level impact will vary depending on under which period it is acting as the Bugdiya or Antara or Sukshma, and also through the PILT connections. That's what I have been explaining. Note, an Antara planet who is a mixed significator can give favorable results for an event under one favorable Bugdi, but the same Antra planet can give unfavorable result in its own Bugdi under one unfavorable dasa for the same event. This is because of based on the PILT connection with the master period planet. I will tell you, for example, moon, a person would have got married in moon antra, for example, under say Mars Bugdi, under say Venus Dasa. So under Venus Dasa, Mars Bugdi, moon antra would have supported for the marriage. It means moon Bugdi would have, having both favorable and unfavorable for the event of marriage. But under Mars Dasa, Mars Bugdi, having got good PILT connection of the Mars Bugdi's favorable key planets connected to the moon and having good house grouping chain, then moon will, give the result under its moon antra under the moon Mars Bugdi. But whereas, suppose we after that Venus Dasa, Sun Dasa is coming. Suppose if the Sun Dasa is not good for the event of marriage, when Sun Dasa, Moon Bugdi is coming, that Moon Bugdi which is supported for the marriage during that Mars Bugdi in Venus Dasa, because Venus is favorable, so when under which that moon has given the favorable only. When Dasa Lord is Sun is, it is indicating unfavorable for the event of marriage. When Bugdi's moon is coming, the Bugdi which is having the unfavorable key planets PILT connection from this Sun Dasa, that moon can give trouble to the marital life also. Would have seen that some people would have got married in moon antra, that moon would have given its unfavorable separation also would have caused under the moon Bugdi under some other dasa. Similarly, one person would have got a job in one antra, but he would have lost that job in same antra under some other Bugdi, or that that antra period when it is acting as the Bugdi Lord for other dasa also it can give the similar result of loss of job also. It means when a person is having mixed significator, he will also act differently under whom he is also working. The same concept, this is called PILT connections. This PILT connection between the planet, the Dasa Lord, Bugdi Lords, and through the rulers, through the key planets, through the supports, that can be easily identified, or it can be easily checked through the PILT table in the EPS star software. So while we apply this step, the PILT table in the software will be more useful in doing that. So when I'm going for the practical case studies or the Bugdi Antra predictions and timing of event, I will be explaining along with the EPS table. I hope you would have understood the concept. I hope you would have understood what is PILT and what is the importance of the PILT connections. Anyway, when I'm going to explain with the example charts in case studies and timing of event and DBA prediction, you will understand better. So with this part, we are completing the lesson number 8, the explanations on the all 7 steps. This is the important lessons which you will have to repeatedly watch and to know each step and method of analysis. So, whenever you have a doubt or it is recommended to watch this step so that you will not miss anything and you will understand the importance of the steps. So with this lesson number 8 is completed and we'll meet in the next lesson. Thank you.